So the third prong is what we call alternative teaching strategies. So it's using the right visual memory. And really, this is a crucial piece that I see missed a lot in different circles, different therapies, maybe we're working on making connections with the brain, but a big piece of moving a child forward is giving them more glue, is what we say, or more Velcro to hold on to information. Because we don't want to just wait until all those brain connections are formed that need to be there and, they get more fat into the brain, because a lot of times we're working with children who are 6+ years behind, 2 or 3 years behind, so we want kind of those big leaps in progress. So one thing that we look at is why is maybe plan A not working. And a lot of times that's because traditional curriculum is relying on rules to learn the information, maybe rote memorization, writing things over and over, copy work, auditory clues. So for example, learning Wednesday, we might say Wednesday to get them to hear how to spell that. A lot of repetition, louder, slower. So, just because of what we've talked about, that's hitting on a lot of those weaknesses in those processing areas, right? That the auditory processing and the writing struggle. So we use the visual memory because it really is the long-term memory. So we often say there's really no reason to switch unless that traditional plan A isn't working. So even if you think about your visual memory being your long-term memory, if we ask you, to remember your first school teacher or the first house you grew up in, you're going to pull up a picture in your mind of that. Right. Where, let's say holding on to a phone number, you might say it over and over and over until you get to your phone, you punch it into your phone, and then it's gone. So that's that auditory rote side that's housed in the short-term memory. So we want to tap into the visual long-term memory. So how we do that, I'm excited because I'm going to show some real practical, easy ways to start using it right away, because it really is simple to use. So, so for now, we'll use color, we use picture, we use weird, humor. All of that is housed on that visual long-term. A lot of times with our boys, we say bodily fluids. All of that is housed on that visual side of our brain. So one of the first things we say is, if you can get away from speaking everything. I mean, I remember I tell this story, my mom, she's here, of course, she would say these beautiful long explanations of, well, this is this rule and remember how that applies, and I remember being like, I hear the words you're saying, but they just don't mean anything to me, so for a while we really did have to switch and have paper and markers and yeah, and that can fill your heart with terror if you're not a creative, artistic person.
Right, lots of stick people.
Yes, exactly. And that works, because we were both very not creative, not artistic, and we made it work. So we also say better
so
because
there's hope for many.
Yes. Yeah. Sometimes the goofier the picture, the better it sticks. Yeah.